Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
On the double.
Mike Bobo. Wild Bill.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the ball carrier. Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 18-yard line.
And now the Bucs deciding to take it. Timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. 44 Mike. Check. Get the ball. Get it.
On 2nd and 9. Young going deep for Diggs. He's got a man complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 61 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by any.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long for Young. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was the linebacker Devin White there to knock it away.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. It's complete. It's Miller. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. It's caught by Jackson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Mike's 50, Mike's snap. All day, punt. 22, check, cover. 50, 22, check, punt.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Buddy up. Let's go. Mike 50. Mike 50. Hey, defense, let's go. Check three.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Mike 50. Let's get it.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Let's make these babies cry.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready. 18 gator. Ball trot. Watch that in.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson, and he fires one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's got some space here. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
54 yards. First down, Jaguars.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Check tight. Set up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Young going for, and this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
at the 25-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He's got a first down past the 30. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Lamb, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You can't block me.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals.
And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. After the penalty, it's Jones. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on, and he's got his tight end Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 29, Young. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Young looks to throw on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Young. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
First down.
Got it. 44 Mike. Check. You must be dreaming.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Young will set to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with... ...14 seconds to go in this first half. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Young. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go!
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
It's second and 8 at the 32.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Yeah, let's get sacked. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm trying to collect.
Here's Jackson. This is Miller, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Brings up second and 9 at the 44-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Open man is Howard, the tight end. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, touchdown, Tampa Bay! A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of. Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Young working out of the gun. Robinson's got it. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, Young. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Bravo.
Throwing again, Young. It's complete to Diggs. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
1st and 10, Young. Buying time to his left. Caught here by Conley. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Young. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Now Young throwing on 4th down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Go! Now.
Another try after the first down sack. Young. Now Young loses the football. It's stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Jones. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go with Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
25, check 25, check 26, pull it, half, switch, over.
This is Jones. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen. Teams before, they were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Young to throw again. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
On the ball.
Young now operating from the gun. Going deep for Diggs. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 20, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a trunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Young. Throwing again. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Let's go now. 60 outlaws. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Hey, exit. Get it.
Young now after the fumble recovery. And he thinks, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Young. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Young from the gun. He'll throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
1st down, Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I don't think you got it, sir. Deep rip.
Throwing again. Young. He's going to let it fly. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Young. Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Read it well, and it's picked. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Buccaneers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.